Welcome back to another exciting Can It Take a K26 special. Since this was the end of the yet another season, and because it's the day before Thanksgiving, I thought I would do a special, because these are blasters that pretty sure I know the answer to, but a lot of people have asked, and I thought it was a good idea to finally set the debate to rest. So, today we're going to cover the fully automatic compressed air blasters. Things like the Mag Strike and the other variant revolver versions. So the reason that there is some debate is that these, while they are compressed air, there is a plunger system up here that is powered by the compressed air. And people are wondering if that is just something that is the valve and it's actually still using compressed air, purely compressed air from here, or whether the compressed air is just compressing the spring and then the spring is actually still the power, in which case, hypothetically, it could take a K26. So we are going to find out. Alright, so after much tinkering and some research and some experimentation, I believe I have figured out how this thing actually works. Compressed air, when you pull the trigger, compressed air is sent into this middle chamber. You notice it's got 3 different stages. This is just the barrel itself. And then this is the spring housing, and then this is the actual part where the air is being compressed. And the air is put into there, and it forces back the plunger. Actually, it forces the whole assembly forward inside this assembly. And then as soon as it gets all the way back, the seal that's right here gets pulled loose, and all of that compressed air is expelled out the barrel. And this plunger goes forward. So it is a combination compressed air and spring-powered blaster, though I believe that the spring in here is primarily the return spring. I don't think most of the power is coming from that, because it is a very small plunger tube and a very short draw, and so that's not going to give you a whole lot of power. And these things obviously have way more power than a plunger tube that size would have, and that's because it's also releasing all of that compressed air. And then once it goes forward, it of course recompletes the seal and it starts filling up again. And so hypothetically, if you could get K26 in there, which you really can't because it's all solvent welded together, if you really felt the urge to break the solvent weld and get in there, the system would probably never recover from it, quite frankly. But I kind of doubt K26 would fit, given the thickness of the plastic that's being used here and the size of it. It might just barely fit, but honestly, I doubt it. And what I really doubt is that the amount of PSI that you've generated in this tank would be enough to compress a K26. If you had a more powerful system, then it might actually work, and the K26 would allow for a much greater pressure to be built in here before it's released. But the other issue would undoubtedly be getting enough compression. And once again, I doubt with K26 being as high or as low a frequency, as many coils as it has, I don't think in that amount of space you're going to get enough compression for it to actually break the seal, in which case this would never actually fire. But it was something that I wondered when I first started looking at these things. The other one that I have is I do have a Wildfire. I don't have a Rapid Fire 20, and I don't have... there's a smaller single inline, the precursor to this one, but I don't remember what it's called. And these ones have exactly the same thing. This one has a feature that I love, that it actually has an indicator to tell you how full your tank is. But it takes a lot of pumps to fill that tank. But this one you can actually see the mechanism working in there. But now I want to open this one up and see if this one is also solvent welded. So, here we go. I gotta say, I like the internals on this one better. I should have done this one first. This one's much cleaner and you can really see what's going on. So when you're just manually pushing it, that seal doesn't get created and this piston doesn't go forward, but it should actually be sealed forward, and when the air power drives this forward, this piston goes with it, and then when you get to here and the seal is released, then the whole piston slams back and the air is released. This one also Yeah, but they're pretty much the same size and same design. This one does seem to be beefier, I would say. But in this one, you can definitely tell that K26 is not going to fit because this thing has very thick walls. I'm going to button these up and probably do a quick recap. Alright, for those of you just tuning in or who just skipped to the end to see the results, that was a no to the Mag Strike and a no to the Wildfire, and frankly, a no to any of the compressed air full auto blasters. K26s just won't fit into that plunger tube, but I do believe that a spring upgrade and a tank upgrade would result in greater FPS. I don't know how well it would actually perform as far as range and accuracy, but I do think it would actually increase the power if you could get into that plunger tube and put in a heavier spring and increase the PSI in the tank. So that would be kind of neat. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has actually done it. I've never seen anybody who's done it, but I do think that it is hypothetically possible after taking a look at the internals and learning how they work. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, I could have this all wrong. I'm not a mechanical engineer either. I'm a software engineer. Anyway, put that kind of stuff down in the comments below. Let me know what else you'd like to see next season. I've got a couple of things lined up. I've picked up a couple of neat blasters, and I've got some stuff from the curator. So next season should be fun. Definitely going to be at least one Doomlands episode. You guys keep asking for that, so I'm going to get that done next season as well. And we'll see what next year holds. So thank you guys for watching.